Hello, thank you for watching this presentation on 2021 rent assistance in Thurston County. This presentation will answer the questions: what is 2021 rent assistance? Who is eligible and what does it cover? How do I schedule an appointment? What do I need to prepare for my appointment? And what other resources for eviction prevention are there in Thurston County? So 2021 rent assistance is here to address the economic impacts of COVID-19. And Thurston County is providing rent and utility assistance to help people maintain their housing. We're hoping that this funding can prevent evictions and prevent people from becoming homeless. The Community Action Council and Community Youth Services are administering this program to Thurston County residents. 2021 rent assistance is a mix of local, state, and federal funding, and these resources are targeting low to moderate income renter households who need assistance paying rent, past due utility bills, and other eligible housing costs. The program benefits both renters who are struggling to make payments, as well as the property owners who may have lost rental income during the pandemic. So for those who are ages 18 to 24, Community Youth Services is the organization serving those young adults. And then ages 25 and up, we'll go through Community Action Council. So a little bit later on in the presentation, I'll go over exactly how to contact these organizations to schedule your appointment. So first, who is eligible? Eligible households must be in Thurston County. If you're in the zip code 98531, that's right on the county line between Thurston and Lewis counties. So please double check that you're in Thurston County before applying. If you schedule an appointment and wait several weeks for your appointment only to find out that you don't qualify because you live in Lewis County, that would be really unfortunate. So please do double check if you are in the zip code 98531 and you're kind of in the Centralia area. Eligible households have 2020 or current gross income at 80% or less of our area median income. So over here we have a table that shows what 80% of area median income for a household of one person, two people, three people. So if you are at one of these or below for your household size, you will qualify, you'll meet the income qualifications. Eligible households are experiencing their financial hardship directly or indirectly due to COVID-19. So this does not have to be super direct. It can be an indirect cost. So say you had to spend more money on having groceries delivered because you have people in your home who are high risk and you weren't able to leave the home. And that extra cost for grocery deliveries made it difficult for you to make other ends meet. Or if you lost your job or reduced hours in your job. So if you're having trouble paying rent and the pandemic is part of why that is, you should qualify, meet that requirement anyway. If you're at risk of experiencing homelessness or currently experiencing housing instability, if you're not able to pay your rent or struggling to pay rent, that's housing instability, so that should qualify you. And then also keep in mind that most non-traditional or informal rental situations count as a rental situation in terms of getting rent support or rent assistance. So if you're staying with a family or friend and you don't have a traditional lease, but you are paying them rent, that should still count. So if you are paying rent to somebody to stay somewhere and live somewhere, that counts as a renter situation, and you should be able to apply for these funds if you meet all the other requirements. So what does 2021 rent assistance cover? This program can cover up to 150% of fair market value for rent and not more than the total amount due. This should cover most or all of what people owe for their rent. It can cover past due rent since March 13th, 2020. So over the past year since the pandemic began. And then the program can cover 3 months of future rent at a time. And then after those 3 months, you can reapply for another 3-month period, and for a total of 12 months of total assistance. And this funding can also help with past due utility bills and some other housing costs, including internet. When you meet with a case manager for your scheduled appointment, we'll go over your needs and do their best to match you with what coverage can fit your situation. All right, how to schedule an appointment. So for ages 25 and over, you want to go to Community Action Council. It is fastest to schedule an appointment online. So you want to go to caclmt.org and then click on this cute little house icon. If you don't have access to the internet, you can call 360-438-1100 and then press 8 for housing and then 2 for rent assistance. All right, so if you're scheduling online and you click on that house icon, you will get to this page. And on this page, it has the information about eligibility and what you need to apply. And then you want to click register for appointment, this little green button down at the bottom. And right here, this is the direct link or the direct URL to this page. If you want to go that route, you can. So once you click this register for appointment button, a form will come up that takes only about 5 minutes to complete. So you fill out the information about your household and it'll prompt you, once you hit continue, it'll prompt you with a few more questions. And then when you get to the end of the questions, you will be able to schedule your appointment right there. You'll select a date and a time and submit, and that will be your appointment. So that's why scheduling your appointment online is the fastest way to do it. And then all the appointments are by phone with staff members at Community Action Council. If you are between the ages of 18 to 24, you can access rent assistance at Community Youth Services. So if you visit communityyouthservices.org and click on the very right-hand side where it says Rent Assistance Program, you will get to a page that has a Contact Us. You can scroll down to find this Contact Us section and either select whatever you want to have somebody respond to you about and put in your information. And then you can also email directly or call directly. And since this program is very popular, the voicemail for this number gets filled up pretty quickly. So email might be a good way to do that, especially if the voicemail box is full. You can also work with a partner organization to apply for rent assistance. If you already have a case manager with one of these programs or organizations, or if you're just more comfortable working with any of these organizations, you can contact them. Cielo, Family Support Center of South Sound, Safe Place Olympia, or Innovations Human Trafficking Collaborative. What do I need to prepare for my appointment? Whatever documentation you have to verify your income for the household, any lease or rental documents that you have, unemployment documentation, whatever you have available will be helpful. And if you have these ready for your appointment, even better. We will need your contact information for the landlord so that the case manager can communicate with the landlord to make their payments to them. And then you're not required to provide any immigration status. So if you don't have a lease or you don't have any formal rental documentation, that's okay. Just work with the case manager to figure out how to work around that. And same thing with any of the documentation. So rent assistance staff will work with each applicant to match them with the best assistance that meets their needs. And every application is different. The situation that each person is experiencing is different. So the rent assistance staff members will work with the applicant and their landlord to ensure that the needs are met and the payments are made. Please be patient. There's a really high demand for this program, and rent assistance staff is working hard to help as many Thurston County residents as possible. You can help make this process go a little faster by preparing for your appointment and having all your documentation ready, and to be sure that you have the best contact information for your landlord. If you are a landlord and you're wanting your tenants to apply, you can encourage them to apply by sharing the information. They do need to apply, not the landlord, but the tenant needs to apply, and be everyone needs to agree to be part of this program. If a landlord refuses, there are some ways to still get some assistance and some help. So if your landlord's not cooperative, you should still apply and still talk to a case manager to see what we can do for you. So how can I share this information? You can share this information by going to that same website where you can register for appointment, and there's a link to some flyers and frequently asked question documents. They're available in English, Spanish, Vietnamese, Korean, and Russian. You can share social media posts from Community Action Council, from Community Youth Services, and from Thurston County Public Health and Social Services. And if you see other organizations and other people sharing this information on social media, you can also share from them. Then you can also share the link to this presentation if there's anyone that you think might benefit from watching it. What other resources for eviction prevention are available in Thurston County? So the eviction moratorium for Washington State is set to end on June 30th. And the Dispute Resolution Center of Thurston County has an eviction resolution program set up. So this is mediation services to work with renters and their landlords to come up with a good plan to help prevent eviction, excuse me. And then Thurston County Volunteer Legal Services and Northwest Justice Project are legal aid services that you can contact, especially if you are served any kind of eviction notice or any kind of notice from your landlord that you're not sure about. Please consult one of these organizations to ensure that you can take the best action for yourself and your household. They're there to help you. So between rent assistance, eviction resolution program at the Dispute Resolution Center, and our volunteer legal services, Northwest Justice Project organizations, we're hoping that together we can prevent evictions and keep people housed in Thurston County during this especially difficult time. Another thing to remember is that this last legislative session in 2021, some new renter protections have passed, and now, so that's another reason why it's important to consult with Thurston County Volunteer Legal Services and Northwest Justice Project if you have concerns about how you're being made to leave your home, if you're being evicted or have some kind of notice that you're not prepared for or don't know how to respond to. That's another reason why it's important to use these organizations that we have here in our area. So that's everything we have for you today. Thank you so much for watching.